Hello, everyone, and welcome to SCP with ChillinglyBored. I'm Connor here with Anthony and Steve. I would like to call out Samantha for being awesome due to awesome reasons. Yeah, like Shamadada, I think it's called. Yeah, and Shamadada. Music from. Yeah, and that's a name. Music from. Yeah. It's Johari. Yeah, it's Johari. Yeah, it's Johari. Yeah. What? Yeah.
Someone's echoing, just by the way.
It could be me.
Someone's echoing, just by the way.
I hope there's no viewers.
Oh, I know what it is. Never mind. It's fine. Sorry. My apologies. Go ahead. Go back.
Okay, well, what's that one
Use that to your
name?
Johari and IIviruss, thank you for the music, by the way. Just letting you know. Okay, go ahead.
What? I didn't hear the first one.
Johari and IIviruss.
Hatari?
Johari.
Okay. Okay, I would like to shout out Samantha and Johari and IIviruss for the music. Samantha's not part of the music part. She's the awesome one. Well, they're awesome too for music. Yeah, shut up. Okay, suggestions and fan art are always welcome. Graphic content warning for the usual blood, gore, and mental. Yeah. Yeah, we'll let Steve talk and then we'll introduce Anthony.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to ChillinglyBored. I know that was all messy, but that was kind of my fault. Oops. Yeah, Shamadata, thank you. You're lovely. Thank you for watching my stream and being just such a kind person. As I promised, I have a webcam. This is honestly very scary for me. I haven't used it a lot. It might be really, really laggy, so sorry for that, but yeah. Hi, this is me. It's probably really laggy, but other than that, I just want to say hello. This is my webcam and so on and so forth. I got a bloody nose right now, so we kind of started off a little bit rough, but this is SCP running into the vaults. We're using the foundation of running into the vaults, and if you don't know what SCP is, maybe just go look it up real quick, because this might be really confusing. Essentially, it is a website that it is essentially a secret foundation that secures and contains anomalous creatures and entities, and we'll just go with that. Today, we are playing our MTF Force, which is the mobile task force of the SCP Foundation. Other than that, I'm gonna hand it off to Hatardus, because technically, he is the Fate Maker. He is our GM, so go for it, man.
Okay, okay. So, you are in Site 21, and you are being briefed on your mission.
Okay.
Ah, flip. Really?
What happened?
I actually wrote something for this, and guess what's missing half of it?
Oh, did you not write the other half?
No, I totally did, and now it's gone. Okay.
Oh, God. Improvise.
Okay. So, you will be going into Site 13 to possibly rescue some of the people who are lost in there. We have gotten distress signals, and from previous drone footage that we have gathered, there seems to be a way to get down to where we think they are. You will freaking delete stuff. Time to make stuff up. Wait. Oh, your thing's messed up. Okay. MTF Gravebound will be going to continue investigation, and priority number 1, rescue the people who are sending the distress signal.
Say again, sorry.
Mhm.
That came out a bit weird.
Okay. MTF group
Okay.
27 Gravebound will be going to Site 13 and entering through the power building, descending through the stairs because it doesn't have elevators, to around floor 6, and will search the floor until they find the people sending the distress signal. If no one is found, they will also do floor 7 because we are unsure which floor.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, but I just got blood all over myself.
Yeah, and I'm like internally bleeding from like terribleness.
Okay, so who's telling us this, by the way? I'm guessing we're in some room with like a big whiteboard and a projector or something like that.
Yeah, just like imagine the one Star Wars scene where they're
Yeah,
briefing them on the
that's
Death
what
Star.
I'm thinking here.
That.
Well, there's no whiteboard in Star Wars, so
Yeah, we're a little bit ghetto in the Foundation. We're a little bit ghetto. How many people are in the room? Who's a part of Gravebound? Because I just didn't Graham and Liam, not Liam, Grave and Zoe just get added to this group?
Sorry, you cut out what?
Didn't Graham and Zoe just get added to Gravebound?
No, not barely.
Not barely, so we've been together. How many people are in the room, by the way? Just curious. Like,
There are about 3 briefers. You're gonna have them plus like some other people, just like big white mustache dude. He's gonna like classic military leader dude.
Shepherd.
You can describe him as. And
Shepherd.
like one nerd looking dude.
Okay.
Big rim. Is it rim? I guess big rimmed glasses.
Yeah.
And average dude. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, and then there are 2 other members of Gravebound.
What does Zoe look like? Just curious. Anthony?
Zoe?
Yeah. Zoe. What does Zoe look like? What's she like? Does
she
Graham
looks
know?
like a person, obviously.
I bet she does.
I have no idea what you guys just said.
I had a description somewhere, and
Oh,
now it's not.
I'm just asking him what Zoe looks like and him to kind of like describe her to me.
Yeah. I was just kind of being choppy.
Choppy. So,
Okay, apparently my description of Zoe's gone missing.
well, as you think of that, I'm just gonna say something. If this kind of looks weird in the mirror in the background, I usually cover it up when I have a camera, but I don't know. So if you see like that glaring behind me, I'm sorry. I'm trying to cover it up the best I can. See, that works. Okay, so yeah. Zoe.
Zoe is. What?
Just wondering who Zoe is, I guess. Waiting for you to give description. That's all.
Zoe is kind of shorter.
Okay.
I think I had the description of her being around 5'4" and more petite of stature.
Alrighty. What's her?
She is red.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Like,
What is her what?
what's her usual like hairstyle and facial expressions? Does she always seem like a mad individual, or fairly?
She's
happy?
friendly.
Oh, okay.
She's not too open with her backstory or whatever,
Yeah.
but she is a friendly individual.
Okay. Cool.
Graham, Steve, would you like to
Yeah.
describe your character?
Sure. Graham is Raphael Oscar Graham is he's got red, darker, almost auburnish red hair that kind of curls, it's kind of curly, has a floof off to the one side, is a little bit shaggy and kind of everywhere. Scruff, sideburns coming down into more or less scruff. He has dark-edged eyes, turning more kind of into a gold amber color once getting into the pupil. Very thick eyebrows, scruffy, well-toned, built like a truck. He's not necessarily like a very big guy, but like for how big he is very well-toned. More, yeah, kind of broad, kind of a bigger guy, though more average than anything. He has a very big tattoo across his back of a tiger. Looking for the big thing that oh, it's all down here. Sorry. Oh, so he has a big scar across his nose, lining vertically, and one kind of right here at the lip. A large scar lines the cheek, and we'll leave the rest. Oh, I guess if he's not wearing a long sleeve, his forearms are completely scorched and burned. They have a bunch of swirls, so yeah. That's Oscar Graham. Also, he
Okay.
is a fairly damaged individual, and we'll just put that.
Okay, so if I am correct, your Graham character has a little friend. Would you mind describing her and
I
what
will.
she is for?
Oh, Shimada, you sound like you're having a good time. For people who don't see what she's saying, she's Shimada-ta's apparently doing very good, and she says she's drunk, so you sound like you're having a good time.
Probably spelled that
And by the
wrong,
way,
but whatever.
for Shimada and other people who don't know like role-playing games, a game master is the person who gives out the story, and they essentially are giving out an outline in a story that us as players follow. So Anthony and myself are playing, and we are following the story. Yeah, Graham does have a little friend. So Graham did get, for the trauma of his past story, he did get amnesiacs, but they didn't help as much as they should have, and they do keep administering them to him. So the problem is he has PTSD and a whole bunch of other problems like insomnia, like always. That's one thing I forgot. He's always got bags under his eyes. He never sleeps. He has severe insomnia, anxiety, PTSD, and a smoking addiction. He says he can stop when he wants to, but you know, so he's pretty fucked up. But his friend is a therapist. She's an on-site therapist, so she's always talking to him when he's on site. So if he ever goes into a PTSD episode or just breaks down or anything like that, she is like the recovery agent for him. Do you want me to tell them about her, like her name and what she looks like, stuff like that?
Description of her name should. The description of her name. Sure, name and description should be good enough,
okay.
but other than
Yeah.
that, you got to story-based
Yeah,
stuff.
of course. She is Ellie Claire Rose. She has very, very curly blonde hair, glasses, usually wears like a gray sweater. So yeah, that's her. Very, very small, petite girl. Very, very thin. Yeah, that's about it. There we go. All right, Shimada.
Probably you should have used like. Okay, so your two companions. Ooh, you know what? I need to give them numbers.
Number 1 and number 2. There you go. Done.
You can. You. I hate trying to click when there's periods. You either get on the wrong side or the wrong side.
You're not wrong, Shimada. You're not wrong.
It was that.
I really
Wrong,
should
but
have a chat thing up for the YouTube video, but
Flippin', I'm watching the Twitch stream right now, so that I can be like, oh, I somehow know it's happening.
yeah. Yeah.
Wrong thing. What are you? You're.
I drew a picture
that
of
number
Graham, but
here.
because this whole ordeal with the camera, I didn't think it was really worth putting it on.
Okay, so the two people with you,
Okay.
so Gravebound is the MTF group 27. So I'll say 27, then a number, and that's the number they are in the
Gotcha.
group. So there is Matt, 27.5. He has thick black hair. He's quite talkative, and he was part of the mafia.
I'm writing these down. Matt, 25.
No, I already have this written down.
If you can send that to me then, because.
Okay. And then there's Panna, Panna,
Okay, Panna.
27.1. Blonde with glasses. She's fit, but she's like kind of a bit chunky.
Oh,
Like,
I thought you said something different.
fluffy.
I'm sorry.
Fluffy.
I thought you
Perfect.
said something different. Okay, gotcha.
Okay. I am erasing chunky right now. She is fluffy.
She's fluffy. Okay. Hey, no worries, man.
And so Matt goes by Matt Tricks. It's
This
totally not
guy-
related to Matrix.
This guy. Oh, God.
And Panna goes by Panther.
Oh, I like that. Panther and Matrix. Or Matrix, sorry.
And there's that. I put it in the thing.
Okay.
And yep, the big white mustache dude. We should
Oh.
totally call him Sarge.
Can we please just call him Shepherd? Because he reminds me of a shepherd, man. Like, full on. Full on shepherd.
Okay. There is command. Leader is Shepherd.
Oh, of course, he's command leader. That's great.
And command itself will be the crook. Like what a shepherd uses.
Wait, we're calling command what? Sorry?
The crook.
The crook? Okay. I'm gonna call him just crook because I'm lazy. Oh.
Whatever. You know. And you guys are the sheep.
Oh, that's nice. That's,
You're welcome.
I've been watching Catherine all day, so yay, sheep.
You're welcome. Okay, so any other things you would like to say,
think
do,
so.
whatever?
Oh, for what Graham is wearing is blue, ordinary like blue underneath fatigues, and then he's got the overcovers.
It's
like
the
this.
typical.
Yeah, it's like the typical blue underneath, black over his.
I was gonna say it's kind of like the typical, typical like.
SWAT, kinda.
Yeah, I guess I was
Yeah,
gonna
SWAT.
be like it's a typical prison uniform but blue.
Oh. He carries
Such an upgrade.
He carries a tactical pump action shotgun that has a flashlight on it. He doesn't really need the flashlight because he has night vision. I don't know why, but I decided to add that. A USB.
Yeah, but you can use like the strobe to blind stuff.
That's true. If it's human, if it has eyeballs. I mean. He carries a USP Heckler and Koch pistol, so that's cool too. There you go. Yeah. And my favorite part, flashbangs, because fuck yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna be. Anthony, would you like to describe like Zoe's loadout kind of thing?
Sure, I guess. Says, can't remember.
Just give general clothes and any weapons if you want them. I'll be lenient.
General clothes. She's pretty much wearing all black. Just a black t-shirt, black jeans, and like a set of black combat boots. She has a handgun strapped to her thigh, her right thigh, and she's got a police baton on her belt. Like a... Yeah.
A beat stick.
I think that's what it's called anyways.
Yeah, it's a baton.
It's called salami.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
man.
I'm looking at Matt's character right now and adding some stuff, and so I'm like,
Oh god. Alright.
Okay, okay, so Matt, so he's from the Mafia, and his uniforms, he's wearing the blue and all the things on him, like the bulletproof vest and stuff, that's black on it.
Okay.
So like blue basic with like black boots and bulletproof vest and stuff, and he's wearing a gas mask. So I'd probably say he kind of looks like Sledge from Rainbow
Oh,
Six
yeah.
Siege.
Dope. Cool.
And then Hannah, like, pretty similar, but she doesn't wear the gas mask because it messes with her glasses. And so, like,
That's gotta
she can
suck.
put it on when she wants, but it's not comfortable.
Yeah, that's gotta really
And
suck.
yeah, she likes to keep her hair in a ponytail.
Ooh. Lovely.
Ponytail. Braid. I'm an idiot.
More lovely. I guess equally as lovely.
Hey, it's low maintenance. I'd probably describe her as like gamer girl.
Yeah, I got you, man. Don't worry.
I'm just
I
thinking
get it.
how offensive it can be.
Oh yeah, it can be pretty offensive, but it's okay. We mean it out of best intentions. We mean it out of best intentions. All right. Cool.
Okay, so you come in a Black Hawk helicopter.
Ooh.
You
Ooh.
fly over the building first, get like a aerial view.
Yeah.
Get a tiny bit of turbulence when you're at the peak right over the building. You why wouldn't you? It's a magic building, basically.
Sorry, Shimada.
So you fly over.
Gamer girls don't use gas masks. I can't. So
Accurate.
true.
Okay,
You're right.
so
okay, sorry.
her main weapon is a keyboard, and her sidearm is a mouse. And
Okay. So we're flying over.
okay, yeah. So you guys fly over from the front, and then you do a circle around, and you fly good, like 100 feet in both like X and Z direction from the front, and you rappel down because this is professional.
Yeah. So as Graham touches the ground and like deconnects the zip line, he's like, I never get like that feeling is always so great. Makes me feel like a badass every single time. And he just broadcasts that over the radio so everybody can hear it. Alright.
And then over the radio you hear Matt, you think you're pretty slick, eh? And then he jumps out instead of the usual like kind of lean out. He jumps out and zip lines down, or whatever you want to call it, rappels down.
Fucking show off.
Yeah, he is.
He just hears that over the radio as kind of the cock of a
Oh,
shotgun.
let me one up you.
The cock of a shotgun and kind of just looking towards the building. Alrighty.
Are we?
We
You're good.
what?
How high off the ground are we?
Like a good 100 to 70 feet. I don't know.
Oof.
Like, I don't know good
No,
distances.
that's fine. It's high, but that's
Yeah.
fine. I was gonna say
Psh,
jumping. Okay,
you guys.
jumping
be
out
used to
without a zip line would kill us essentially, like, or at least break a lot of things in our body.
Yeah. What's that? A good couple stories, like.
I like how we get off track by a simple question.
Okay, yeah. Panna comes down and makes a little oof when she hits the floor. Like, I guess imagine it cuter than what I can do, but
Did you
yeah.
design a mascot for the team? Connor, it's just a simple question. Just
I
answer
don't
that.
know.
Did you design a cute mascot for the team? Just that's all I know. Okay.
But what if Zoe wants to be the mascot?
Okay. Never mind. Oh, let's just go. It's fine.
What makes you think Zoe wants to be the mascot?
I'm just making my imaginary girlfriend. Leave me alone.
Oh, dude, that's on the internet forever. I hope you know.
Hey, if there's any fluffy girls out there.
Stop. No. No. Not on my
Yeah,
stream. Let's go. Oh, fuck.
Samantha finds him
I
funny.
hope you know 4 people just heard that live. Shimada. I felt. Fuck. I can't say anything though. I can't say anything personally because I made my. Fuck. Damn it. Wow.
Yes, Samantha's on my side.
You know what? Let's go. All right. Let's continue this.
So, I described it last time, but I'm gonna describe it again. It is two buildings, one
show you
square
guys.
power building
This is the
with
building, everybody, that he's talking
some
about.
smokestacks.
Just so you guys know. We'll leave that up there for like a second. Okay, continue.
Yeah, so that's what the main building looks like. So off to the right of the picture, there's a square building with like 3 smokestacks. There's one coming off of this one. I'll just say it's cut off from the photo. And
You said off to the right, and I was like, that's not a building, that's a camera of someone.
Oh god.
okay, so there's like about 3 smokestacks on the square one on the far end on the backside, and there's one coming like right back corner of the big building.
Okay.
And
3 Shimada.
the
Or Samara.
so
Second, Angelo.
there's a
Chat. Sorry.
oh yeah, so on the front it's similar to the other one where there's like a big 2 doors with like rounded tops, and then like on the right side of it there's a big cargo door, and there's like some mini like like not really mini, like they're quite big for normal people, but like they're mini compared to everything else. So there's about like 4 of those on the other end, and then there's a little divot in the middle, and there's a whole bunch of like inverters and other like electrical stuffs. Oh, Samantha and everyone else, if you were wondering. So at the top, those 2 were their characters from the last campaign.
In the last campaign.
Zoe and
Yeah. Oh no.
Zoe and Graham are this campaign. So Dominic died last campaign, and Liam is still alive, but he blacked out at the end.
Liam is as good as dead.
No, I
He
never
may
said
not
that.
be dead.
But you're saying he's gonna be dead.
Okay.
No, I said he's as good as dead.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like Anthony
So-
wanted Liam to die last time.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe a little bit.
I didn't want Dominic to die because I actually gave him a ton of backstory at the end, and then it was just like, boom! Dominic got
Yeah. Sorry.
Dominic got cleaned up by a giant tentacle. It hurt. It hurt. Okay, sorry. Go on. Keep interrupting.
Okay. So you see like big inverters and everything, and there's like on your guys' side next to the door, there's like some corner desks with some computers so that they can check up on everything.
I remember.
And so on the right side there's stairs going into the divot and out on the other side, and then under the stairs on the other side there's a door.
Okay.
Do as you bid.
Graham, immediately shotgun in hand, starts moving towards the building Command told us to go to, which was the power plant building, correct? Off to the right.
Oops. Yeah, I thought you guys were. Yeah, I just described the inside of the power plant building. So
Oh.
yeah, go to it if you
Oh my
want.
gosh. Right over my head. Damn. Alright,
A
move.
door. That's anticlimactic. Exactly.
Nearest door then, just open it up. And since I have, who's got? Am I the one who probably should take charge because I got the shotgun, or does anybody else have a bigger, smexier weapon to take front?
Panna, she has a
Does she have an
slick.
LMG?
What?
Oh no, You said slick. I was gonna be like, does the petite girl have the big gun? But
No. She has a tiny gun.
so what is
Like
I mean, if you count her ego, they could be a
it,
big
it,
gun.
it's tiny and like form fitting, I guess. Sure, yeah.
this?
It looks good for her size.
All right.
And Matt, he has a big machine gun because
Okay.
you know he's used to Thompsons and stuff.
Yeah.
He need them big drum mags.
Oh god. See, we love our viewers so much. We put a viewer in. Just, it's fine.
Flip at this point, just be part of the stream.
Jump on in.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, so she has I think it's a UMP5.
Oh, that gun is so nice. I'm not gonna drool over it though, but that's
UMP5, and yeah, I don't know any big machine gun names, so yeah, Matt has one of them.
Matt has a saw. There you go. Matt has a big old saw. He's got the pig, the good old. No, saw's different than the M60. He has a saw. There you go. That's fine. He just has an ordinary saw. Big old mag.
Yes, that is exactly what I was thinking about.
Big
You've
old-
read my mind.
Yeah, big old smexy LMG.
The M249.
Yeah,
That's apparently what it's called.
Saw.
Or saw.
Okay.
Ow, frick!
What happened?
I hit my shit on the foosball table.
Oof. Ow. There's gotta be a lot
Ow.
of good flip moments here, man. There's gotta be so many
Yeah,
good
screw
ones.
you.
I'm gonna have to watch this through and make like 40 different clips. Okay, yeah. As much as I want Matt taking front because he's big guy, Graham will do it. Graham will take.
Well, he's not that big. He's kind of like skinny.
Oh
but,
yeah,
like,
he's average, but he's got the big gun. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Graham,
He's more of like, hey, I see that. I'm gonna stand there and just shoot at it. I'll be the
Yeah.
mounted machine gun.
Yeah. Does anybody want to be up front, or is Graham just like the only candidate?
Before we do anything,
Yeah.
Hmm?
go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
I drank an energy drink before this, and it ran through me like that.
If you want, you can go too. You might as well do it at one time.
True, but I can see.
Okay.
I can
Bye.
see. Okay, I'll be back. Sorry, everybody. I'm weak.
Bye.
Bye. I'll be back. I promise.
Okay. So I guess it's just me and you, Samantha. How are you? Okay, so Graham, since he's gone, so Graham has a he has a therapist. Her name is Elia Claire Rose, and I have found the perfect way to kill her. Hi. Sloth face, yes. And so there's this SCP-895. It can kill people. Okay, yep.
That would be lovely. Okay, I'm back.
You're welcome, Samantha. Okay, hello, Angelo.
Hi.
By the way, Samantha knows nothing, so ask her nothing.
What do you mean?
Nothing!
What? What have you done?
SCP-895.
Oh, shut up, Anthony!
Wait. What did he do, Anthony? I need to know.
I don't know. I came back and I heard something about SCP-895.
Yeah, I was telling her a
okay.
plot point I have planned, so don't search it up.
This is being recorded. Why did you say a main plot point to all of the viewers?
No, like they don't know exactly what I'm thinking.
Okay,
Like
that's fine.
this thing might not happen if you guys don't go the right way.
We're probably gonna do something stupid. It's fine. Sorry about that, everybody. Yeah, let's continue this game. If so, everyone who's about to know, before we kick the doors in and we go storm the house. All right, bye, Shimada. Thank you for coming by. I got the
Bye.
webcam as I promised. Love you. Thanks for coming by. Bye. Have a good night.
Oh, it's Shamata? I was saying Samantha this entire time.
I told
We
you.
tried to tell you that it was
I told you like
Okay,
3-4 times.
Shut up. Yeah, you guys are choppy half the time, so I'm sorry.
Fucking Google Hangouts, man. Google Hangouts. Alright. On with the story.
Okay, so
It's empty.
yeah, I said hi, and she said, and me, and I'm like, okay, and so now she says it was Burr.
Alright.
Horrible. Okay, yeah. So you enter the building, and as I described before, 2 platforms at the entrance and on the other side, divot in the middle, stairs on the right side, generators on the far end platform, and inverters in the middle. On the platform you guys are on, by the door off to the left, there are desks on the wall.
That's a lot of info.
And yeah, well, I
okay.
described it slower the first time,
Yeah.
but now that I have everything in my head, I can just blast right through it.
Okay, so I'm trying to like process all this information in my head. Sorry. So there's the stairs, and then is there a door? I'm not sure if I heard.
Oh yes, so off to the right, there's the stairs. You go down the stairs, and you're on the lower level, and then across from you,
Okay.
directly across, are the stairs to the next level on the opposite side where the generators are.
Okay.
Under those stairs are some doors.
Okay. Then we'll get,
Well, a door.
well, we're just gonna post up near the door. Probably look into the computers and stuff. You know, do the regular like search around, looking for ID
Check
cards
corners.
and checking all the corners. And then if he doesn't find anything, then he's gonna head down to the door and wait for everybody. And as soon as he gets to that point, he's gonna want to do something. But if you have any information, go ahead now.
Okay, so it's on like the side of the stairs. So when he opens up the door, it's just kind of like a slanted ceiling, and he goes in. It's a bit of a storage room kind of thing.
Ah, okay.
Like not big things, but there's stuff stored there. You go down a tiny ramp, you look around, just racks and boxes, nothing important. And so if on the same wall the ramp is on
Mhm.
that you came down, there is a door there.
Ah, okay.
So I'm guessing you go in it.
Yeah, we didn't find anything else, did we?
No.
Zoe, did you want to do anything?
I was kind of wanting to see if we could turn the generators on.
Probably a really smart idea.
Well, you can't do that up there, so
Oh. Okay.
probably want to go into the room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
you walk away from there.
yeah, then we go in the room. Checking corners,
So
shotgun
you
everybody.
go, yeah, you go into the room, and as you walk in, there's a whole bunch of computers. You know, like
Goody.
Every once in a while, there's some support pillars, so it's broken up a bit. And off to the right, there's double doors that lead to staircases. And yeah,
Cool. Go through the double doors then. And
by the way, if you want to start the generator, computers.
computers. Yeah, I was about to say, if Graham's gonna look over to Zoe and be like, "Hey, you want to check over the computers real quick?" I'm gonna go over to the store and just kind of keep posted up.
Sure, I guess. I'll walk over to the computers then.
Walk over to the door, you like crack it open, like classic staircase to little flat to staircase to little flat, going down a spiral down to the rest of the levels.
Okay. Cool. He's just gonna wait. He's not gonna go any further.
So Anthony, there's a like good couple rows of computer. Most of them are for the engineers, like each one gets their own computer to keep data on and yada yada. But there are 3 server racks in the opposite corner of the door from the door you entered, which all important data goes to, and there are 2 computers by it. Hint, hint, important.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I'm gonna go over to those computers.
One computer accesses all the stuff in the storage racks, and the other one is startups and stoppings of all the machines, at least in this building.
I'm gonna go to the one that has all the information,
Okay.
just to look through it.
Basic maintenance checks and problems with it. So just a catalog of all the problems and stuff with the generators.
Noteworthy.
No, important to engineers, but not to you.
Okay. So I guess I'll go over to the other computer then.
Does a little startup, ding, and it
Old Windows.
it's basically, and it starts up, and it's basically completely blank except for like one little icon in the corner.
Got it.
It opens up and it says custom application, because why not? And it's just generator 5, 6, yada yada, start, stop, the word I forgot, yeah. Maintain, that's it. And some like custom voltages and stuff.
I'm gonna click start.
You hear a little bit of like a crunch, like something breaking free, and it just boom, and then starts whirring up, and then you hear kind of like the car clicking sound, and then you just hear quite a big explosion from what you were expecting, and then it just roars to life.
Cool. Nice.
Okay.
That was 1 out of 4 of the generators. You see a little notice box with like the red triangle. Start generator number 2 for what's the word? For emergency power mode.
What did it say?
So basically, these aren't the main generators. These are just backup power.
Oh,
And
lovely.
so it needs at least
Right.
2 to run the basic lights.
and
and-
only one of them started up?
Yeah, you only started up 1. There's 4.
Well, I'm going to click start on the other 3 as well.
Okay.
Something's gonna blow
These
out.
ones seem to start a bit smoother, and they were to life, and
Or not.
the noises from all 4 of them is semi-deafening. And so all 4 of them are started, and you see the lights start to flicker on. Pop, they're all on.
Graham.
Were you using the computers that the generators were on before?
What?
So how was I using the computers without the generators?
Well, so this is like backup power to run all the security and the lights, but they still need the computers to, like, everything will lock down and just like lock and completely turn off, except for the computers, so that they can start everything back up. So they have power for that, but this is so that they can run the entire building and while they're doing like maintenance and stuff on the nuclear reactor.
Okay.
So all 4 of these can run the entire building at full capacity, but the warning was saying it at least needs 2 to like be at like minimal capacity running stuff. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I got
But
this.
like they still need to be able to run stuff, like if they have to leave the building, if they need to like erase all the computers or something, they at least need them to be powered. So
Okay.
they have enough to that, but yeah, over explaining everything.
Yeah. Graham looks up as soon as the lights turns on, and over like the radio, he's like, "How much do you want to bet that those are gonna turn off? They always fucking turn off. We never have any light. It's comforting, and then they all go out, and then we're all in fear. Nah, I'm overthinking it. Fuck it." And he kind of just holds his head for a moment, like he got like a really bad headache, and then shakes it off. At this point,
Ooh.
he does go, "Hey, Claire, do you read me?"
Ah, darn it! I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Claire like chimes in and be like, "You okay?"
Oh, that's fine. He's like, "Yeah, nothing to worry about. Just making sure you're reading me. Haven't gotten to say hi yet, necessarily."
I almost went for something Western there, and like, she's probably not Western in the
Yes.
lightest.
I'd say she's English, but fairly, I don't trust you with an English accent.
What do you mean, you bloke?
Oh, fuck. So
Don't do that again.
offensive. Please don't. Oh, God. Oh, no. Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should I call you Chap instead?
Oh, stop. Oh, no.
Oh, welcome back to Antics with Connor.
Okay, so what does she say, actually?
Yeah.
I missed it.
She asks you if you're doing all right. You responded with like, yeah, just wondering how you're doing. Didn't get to say hi.
Yeah.
And what was it?
I'm just gonna casually chime in from the other side of the room and be like, "You're not supposed to be flirting on the job."
Graham looks over and he looks at someone. He's like, "I ain't flirting on the job. Fuck off. Just making sure she's reading me." And he puts up a middle finger. In a joking manner, he doesn't
You're
really...
flirting with me.
Like, even with the NVGs and the whole mess still on, you can still see he's like flustered and he gets like all red. be quiet. And he kind of looks back to the door.
You feel a little bit of a buzzing in your pocket.
Buzzing in my pocket?
Me or Graham?
Mine?
Yeah, Graham does.
Okay.
Yeah,
He looks in his pocket.
and wow, it's your phone. You look at it, and it's from a special little someone.
Okay. Claire, obviously.
She says, "Hi, Graham."
God damn it.
I'm gonna walk up
He's
to him
text-
and I, like pat him on the face and be like, "It's okay, you can be your girlfriend later."
He closes the phone and over kind of the little video camera she can see, he does like an awkward like hello through no, you know what, no, he's gonna look at Zoe and
Like,
wave
basically
through Zoe's
waving to
camera.
yourself.
Yeah, he's waving
Yeah.
through Zoe's camera at her,
Oh, okay.
so he's waving towards Zoe. Zoe's probably very confused.
Psh, psh, psh. Shepard chimes in. Stay on task.
Of course. Sorry, Shepard. Sorry, sir. My apologies. Should we head on? And
Yes. That's what stay on task means.
and he
Waiting on you, lover boy.
he just shakes his head and goes through the door.
Someone's had some sass.
Oh yeah, Zoe's fucking full of it. Damn.
As you walk down the stairs, you like pass several floors because I'm guessing you're gonna stay on task.
Oh
Like
yeah, he's
Shepard told you to,
he's gonna stay on task. He
and
doesn't wanna
you're
get shot in
going
the
to
back of the
floor
head.
6 like I told you to.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Ah, flip. Okay. You enter floor 6, and it's this tiny little like waiting room, chairs along the walls, tiny tables, and a big counter with like bulletproof glass and a door off to the left. And the door has a card reader, and the stuff behind the bulletproof glass is just like filing cabinets and little computers and printers so they can clock times for who enters and exits.
Alrighty then.
But you guys been given special passes
Ooh.
because you guys better than D class. You get all the goodies.
Awesome. At this point, Graham looks at everybody and he's like, I don't think I need to tell you this, but I think this is the point where, and like a shiver goes down his spine, and he kind of shakes it off, and he's like, this is the point where we need to stay frosty, people. Keep eyes peeled. I'm not sure when things are going to get nasty, but I have a feeling pretty soon.
Hannah, with like her hand flat, lifts it up behind her head like she's gonna do a karate chop, just like karate chops in the air, and says, "Forward, ho!" and like kind of marches on.
Graham doesn't smile, like... Oh, sorry about that. Graham doesn't, like... He never, like, grins very, very big, but he always has, like, a smirk or something, and
Yeah.
he just kind of smirks.
Does he
off.
snicker?
No, he doesn't snicker. He just smiles.
Yeah.
He just smiles. And...
Matt like kind of puts his hand on his head to like ruffle her hair because she leaves her little cover off,
Yeah.
and he's like, "You nut," and just like walks past her. Matt takes the key card and slides it through. Beep beep beep. Chick. You hear about like 8 bolts slide back.
Oh, fuck. Lovely sun in the
And he
morning.
pushes open the door. Yep. pushes in the door, does like basic checks, and says all clear and waves you in.
All right. Graham takes lead, and he goes forward.
It's this big hallway, and on each wall there are doors with glass windows. You've seen this before. They're containment cells.
Oh, that's fucking great.
But the thing is, this is...
Containment cells for SCPs or for like?
Yes.
Oh, no, that's nice.
SCPs. But this is low class, so I forget the exact terms, like Kelter and yada yada.
Heater, Euclid, and safe. Is this safe then? Or
Yeah,
would this
so
be-
yeah, this is safe.
Nothing hostile.
Come
That's
on. There's only 8 bolts on the door. It's safe.
nice.
Wait until you get like vault doors. That's gonna be great.
Fuck! I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Okay. So you go across and you're like looking through everything.
Yeah.
And most of them, like the doors are open, but not in like the thing broke out way, but as in it's been taken out.
Hey, Shepard, you ever see anything like
So-
this before? Graham just
I
kind of
haven't.
he looks back to like the squad. Why the fuck would they take all the safe SCPs out? Do you know?
No idea.
Oh. So, by the way,
Yeah.
the hall off to your left, it only goes like 10 or so rooms down, but the one to the right down goes like 30 plus rooms down. But like exactly off to the right, the first door, that will lead into the desk for entrance, where it was behind the bulletproof glass.
So is that? Oh, are we just on our own at this point? Like, command doesn't necessarily know where they want us to go.
Yeah, just floor sweep.
Floor sweep. Okay. Well then, Graham's just gonna look to Zoe and he's like, "Do you wanna?" So there's 2 different hallways, correct? So there's the
It's
left and
one
the right.
giant hallway.
Oh, it's just one giant hallway. Okay. Well,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just start stepping.
Just the right side. The right side is longer than the left.
I'm guessing there's like linoleum or like marble floor, like a hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Graham's just gonna get to the far end, or go get to the destination of like the far end or wherever they're going, and just his boots. click
Well,
along
it's a
the-
floor sweep, so technically you have to like check everything.
Oh, check every door left and right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then he's gonna, clear room, and after, if he finds something, then he's gonna say otherwise. But
So Matrix and Panther are gonna go left and check those 10 or so rooms.
Okay.
Well, I'm talking about 10 on each wall, so like 20 in total.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So I'm talking about wall number.
Gotcha.
So when I say like 30 or so rooms, that's a really long
Yeah.
hall.
Very, very.
And so you're gonna start with the left wall, right wall, go back and forth. What?
If Matrix and Panther got left, then I'm just gonna look at Zoe and he's like, "Want to take right?"
Sure.
And-
Right, sounds good.
Cool. And he just looks back and he's like, "Just don't get eaten on me," and starts clearing. rooms.
Okay. So the first door.
It's okay.
So as you turn off to your left, As you turn off to your left, there is no window on this one.
Okay.
Yeah. Open up the door and it's the like what was it, front desk kind of thing. Filing cabinets, computers, printers, general. Kind of looks like something you would have at a movie theater.
Oh, okay.
Little place to slip under papers and stuff.
Mm. All right. Cool.
Gonna do any searching?
Yeah. I'm just gonna say like I'm searching as much as possible, and unless like there's any threat or something that looks off, and yeah.
Okay, so he searched through the filing cabinets and it's a whole bunch of like one sheet papers that's like name, when entered, reason why entering, yada yada. So like say if they wanted to see SCP-999 and it was in its little room, they would, it's basically antidepressant slime. And so they would have to like put down their name, when they entered, why, yada yada.
Oh, okay.
And then they would like turn it back, did let them in, and yada yada. Check the printers, nope. Freshly print things in them, yada yada.
Gotcha.
Check one of the computers and starts up and ping, you see a little like notification at the little message board. You open
Okay.
it up and this person's having a chat with staff, head staff of the safe,
Weird. Okay.
and read this, head staff.
When you said read this, I thought you sent me something. I was like, okay.
No, I said
Yeah.
you read this. I was gonna be like, say something, but I'm making up a name for the character.
Random character name generator. Woo!
Oh, I made that one up. Okay, so the okay,
We're an hour in, man. An hour in. Feels so much faster every time we play.
I don't really keep track of time. I just go until I think it's good.
Yep. This might be a two-parter, in all honesty.
Well, since we're doing this earlier, I feel like we just barely started.
Yeah, I can't go too far. Can only go till 10.
Yeah, okay.
So, just let me know.
Okay.
That's still an hour and a half away.
So, the head of the safe area, the head of staff, his name is Dieter.
Dieter. Okay.
Yeah, Dieter.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. And so, the person who's like at this desk, her name's apparently Terry. So Dieter is talking to Terry. So he's like, Lucas said he wants all safe SCPs put into the incinerator.
What the fuck?
Yeah. By the way, SCP-999 isn't at this facility, this place.
Okay.
I just used him as an example.
Alright, just...
Clarification.
I was gonna be real fucking angry. I was gonna find this fucking Dieter, and I was gonna make sure he did not get a very easy death.
Yeah, but the thing is that, from what I did mention a drone at the beginning of the episode, but
Jerome.
the thing is, it did a little searching, got some information of its own.
Okay.
And the thing is that This place technically doesn't exist. It's stuck in between dimensions and stuff.
Weird. You see Graham's
So
face.
if SCP,
Oh, yeah? Sorry?
yeah, so if SCP-999 was here,
It'd be like a...
that would technically mean that there's two of him.
Yeah, it'd be a duplicate. Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, Graham's face kind of goes like... Graham is a very, like... Because the SCP Foundation, like, gave him the chance to survive and kind of, like, live on, he kind of does everything he can just to, like, do what's best. Like, he's taken the Foundation to, like, heart, and he tries to do his best job, and he sees, like, burning safe SCPs, and he just sees, you see this, like, scowled look go over his face. He's like, they're breaking a lot of protocols doing this. They better have a good reason. Place is abandoned though, so nobody to really punish, nothing to really purge. And he kind of looks down.
The purge.
And he's like, why would he do that though? It's such a weird thing.
So, you gonna continue reading?
Yeah, he's gonna continue reading.
So, Dieter, he said Lucas wanted everything burned. Terry's like, why? What's the purpose of this? Dieter's like, apparently we're shutting this place down. All SCPs are gonna be put in the incinerator. So, Terry says, okay, and the message ends there.
Weird.
By the way, Lucas, he's a head boss dude man.
Yeah. Graham doesn't get a very good feeling out of this. I'm trying not to meta-knowledge this shit. I'm really trying not to meta-knowledge all of this. Okay. Because, like... So, everybody, if you're like, they're just burning them, it's not that big of a deal. If you don't know SCP, this is actually a very, very big deal. Because, like, the SCP's foundation is secure, contain, and protect. And they loathe other organizations that, like, purge SCPs. So for them to just be like, nah, fuck it, throw it in the incinerator, they have no more use, is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Essentially. So yeah. And that's about it.
So, you check that out. You find nothing else interesting. So, you report it to command. Command notes it and tells you to continue on. You go from room to room, and every computer says SCP blank, taken out at blank, reason blank. Well, reason Lucas ordered it, and then room empty. So, like, you get a few, probably like, I don't know, 10, no, yeah, you get about like 10 rooms. You go through them,
Okay.
and then Matt and Panna chime in, and they're like, nothing to be reported, coming towards you. As you go through the rooms, you hear a little bit of click click. You look out, and you see Matt and Panna walking over.
Graham looks at them and he's like, all clear here. Found some data though, and he kind of just transfers over the data to them.
Well, if you were reporting it to command, they would have heard it over the.
Oh, okay.
intercom.
Well then, yeah. And he's just like,
I just barely tapped my headphones.
Oh.
Like I have my own.
yeah.
intercom kind of-
If you see my webcam, I like put my 2 fingers on like the right side of my throat, like I have like a little microphone or whatever. So
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah. Yeah, all clear
So-
over here.
Yeah, you guys go through room after room, same thing. SCP blank, taking out a blank, reason Lucas ordered it, room is empty, blah blah blah. You go down room after room, empty. Every single room. So
What the hell
entire
happened here?
entire safe wing of this facility, I can't speak, is is completely empty. Everything was taken out.
Hmm.
The only thing you can see is the time that they were taken out is consistent. Every 10 minutes one was taken out.
They weren't even dangerous.
So command tells you to continue to floor 7 because it was either 6 or 7 that they thought they were on. They think that they might be locking themselves in one of the containment cells.
Understood. We'll start proceeding downward. And yeah.
You go down another flight of stairs and you open up the door. Similar thing, but like the room doesn't have any chairs in it. It's just kind of like a checkpoint. This one doesn't even have a keycard reader. Just open up the door.
Okay.
It leads into the cafeteria. And tables, a lot of flipping tables. This is a big place.
Yeah.
Like probably like 5 rows, like 2 big tables connected together, like span the entire, basically, like if you imagine like a shipping building, that size cafeteria.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, it's big. Like on like the center part of the wall is a big line. There's like basically 2 separate cafeterias, like lunch preparing areas. And so this was a big place. And so Matt, he's like, hey, Command, why is this place so big? And Shepard, he's like, this was planned to be our main headquarters. This is where we were going to contain most SCPs, and this is where we were gonna train all the D-class if it was built.
Graham kind of coming in from like the back. He's like, cafeteria, huh? I was starting to get hungry for some grub. He pats his stomach.
So, as you say that,
The music right now, guys. Music.
oh well, I
Sorry.
muted Twitch so I wouldn't have it
Yeah,
echoing,
yeah,
so I
no.
have no idea what you're talking about.
It's like the Metal Gear quote, like, love can bloom on the battlefield. And it's just, love it. Okay, anyway, sorry.
I'm just listening to some lo-fi, just soothe.
Right? This is a chill stream.
Yeah,
man.
so as you like pat your tummy, you like notice something.
Oh,
You so your night vision, they like flip up, but they can also be binoculars. It's kind of like a dual thing.
oh.
Flip them down, and across the room, you see the alleged gray slime sludge.
Huh.
Reported from the last expedition.
He looks back to the group and he's like, well, I found that gray slime contact about, and he kind of like looks up in the compass and he's like, that way, and just kind of points over to it. That is some seriously
So-
nasty crap, guys.
Yeah, so at each corner and in the center, there's some double doors. And out of each one, you can see some slime. So like basically the entire tiny bit of the edge, at least there's a tiny bit of slime covering the entire opposite wall. Like not the wall itself, but the bottom of the wall.
Oh, that's strange.
On the right wall, up high, there's a catwalk.
Ooh.
There's a couple doors down it, and the ones on the wall where the slime's coming from, there's slime coming from those doors too.
Don't regret your past. Learn from it. Regrets just make a person weaker.
So there's quite a few double doors then, huh?
There's 3 on the opposite wall, and then there's 2 up on the catwalk. There is a staircase that you can access from this room, and then there are about 4 on the right wall.
Well,
So the catwalk's only really like on 2 walls.
as much as I want to go wandering and exploring, Command did say we should get to 7th floor and get to the.
You are on 7th floor.
Oh, are we on 7th floor? I didn't know that.
You were just on 6th floor.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Graham looks over to Shepard and the other 2, and he's like, "You want to split up and take different doors? There's a lot of them."
You said he looks over to Shepard, which is the command leader.
Oh, is he not? Is he here?
Yeah. No. He's like in command.
Oh, he's in
Talking to you
command.
guys.
Oh, okay. Then he looks over
Yeah,
to.
he's head honcho leader of the
Okay,
operation.
gotcha. He looks over to Panther and Matrix, and he's
Matrix.
like.
Matrix.
Matrix. Sorry. Looks over to
It's fine.
Matt and
You
Panther.
can they go by Matt and Panna as well.
Matt and Panna, and he's like, if you guys want to go check over the opposite doors, or do you guys want to check the scaffolding? Whatever picks your pleasure.
Well, there are 4 hallways on the right wall. No
those
doors.
two.
Also, I
That's
didn't
a lot.
mention those.
Graham is also gonna look over.
It's
to
kind of like the central like station for a train.
Yeah, then Graham is also gonna look over to Zoe, and he's like, "What way seems best to you?"
Panna takes up the schematics for how this building was supposed to look, and she looks to it and she's like, "So this room's a bit bigger than the schematics say, and there's 4 hallways instead of 3, but the schematic says this is the lunchroom and the hallways are D-class housing, and then the doors on the other side, they lead to the place where the D-class went, where it was a big room with a catwalk up above with like these turbines, with like 3 turbines in the middle, and then that was a room that was connected to the big pit, the incinerator.
Okay. So the turbines in the incinerator,
So if you go through the bottom doors, those will lead to the turbines, but if you go up the catwalk and go through those doors up above the bottom doors on the opposite wall, that will lead to the catwalk around the turbines, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, Graham looks over to Zoe and he goes, "You want to go to the turbines, or do you want to get a scope out above the turbines? Either way, we're going to be heading towards that incinerator room, and from what I know, that's where that D-class got, well, to put it lightly, turned into fucking mist. And the other ones got out that signal. So no matter what, that's where we're heading. So, what about?
Well, the thing is that from Command's understanding,
Mhm.
when Braulio took Liam, they were heading in the direction where you guys currently are.
Okay, so. This is a difficult decision. Zoe, help me out. I don't know what to do. I don't know what we should do. So, because if we split all up, then we have a chance of fucking Panna and Matt getting wasted. And if we split
Or
up,
us.
or we get completely wasted as well.
Well, there are all the D-class dorms that you can just sweep through.
That's true. That shouldn't take too long, so I guess we should go do that, maybe? What do you think, Zoe?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Trying to give you more screen time, man. You're quiet.
I'm tired. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine, man. Same here. Insomnia. Yay.
Woo! As you guys walk towards the first hallway where all the D-class are housed, Matt and Panna go to the second hallway. You know, sticking in groups of 2, but still covering more area, less time. As you guys search through the rooms, it's basic bedding and necessities. It's very similar to how you guys remember prison being.
Fun.
Blank. There are some occasional things on the wall, depending on people, if people want to hang something up.
So,
As you walk.
yeah, by the way, if anybody hung anything up that looks like a drawing or looks like art or something personal, Graham's gonna pocket that. He's gonna take it and put it in his bag, like his side satchel or whatever, or his backpack.
Yeah.
Just as kind of mementos as the lost people. And he's gonna write like the room number or whatever on like the back of the notes and stuff, and you can tell me what I've collected at like the end if we get out of here alive.
Okay. So as you're going through, you see a little doodle of SCP-999. And as you walk over, yeah.
I was gonna say, does Graham SCP? Does Graham know SCP-999?
Yeah, he's met SCP-999
Oh, he's met.
before.
Okay. Oh, that's cute. Cool.
They had him meet 999 before he got his therapist.
Ah, okay. Awesome.
And yeah.
Bud. Sorry, I keep interrupting, man.
But as you go over to grab it, you're just like, oh, that's kind of cute. It vanishes.
He immediately
Kinda
steps back.
Yeah. Kind of stop and step back, and you're like, what? Comes back. It's just kind of like, what? And then another picture appears. And another one. And you see 4 pictures, kind of like all hung in different directions. And then, boom, the entire room is suddenly covered from top to bottom in drawings.
It's
The
my
light
room,
starts to
but-
flicker. Are you
It's
sure about that?
It's my room, but my pictures don't spontaneously blink out of existence and come back.
You're talking about real life.
Yeah. Oh, I'm talking about Graham's room too, but yeah.
Yeah. So, like, the light flickers, then suddenly the entire room just same flicker as before, where the pictures just disappear, but this time flicker. Every wall is covered in the sludge, like dripping down. Some of it drips from the ceiling. It's gonna drop on you, so you step back, and as you step on it, that feeling beneath your foot of just like slowly getting denser as you go down, and then feels like you're stepping on someone. Just sends shivers down your spine.
Yeah, Graham recoils and like freezes
Yeah,
up
but-
for a moment.
Claire is like, "Are you okay? What's happening?"
Do you not see it? And he's
No.
he's kind of like stuttering and losing his words, and he's like takes a deep breath.
Before you can say that, only SCP's picture is left. All the slime is gone. Everything. It's just like you found it.
Fuck.
Insane.
Claire, I'm not sure if I'm having flashbacks or hallucinations, but this room, do you at least see the picture in front of me? Like the last doodle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I see it.
thousands of them started covering the room, blinking in and out of existence. And then there was this gray sludge, and it dropped from the ceiling. I stepped in it, and he just like holds his head. I swear to God, I'm not messing around. I swore I thought I seen it.
As you kind of like step back towards the door, because when the sludge was in there, the door was closed, but now it's open again.
He's gonna make one last attempt for the SCP-999 doodle.
You grab it, comes off the wall. One of the corners tears off, and you put it in a little pocket in the side of your pants.
Write the number on the back, and more Claire hears this than anybody, but as he kind of like he looks at the picture for a moment, and he's like, I'm glad to have a picture of you, buddy. Makes me feel better. And he pockets it and gets out of the room.
You hear Claire over the intercom. You do realize you're not supposed to take that. And as you say, and as you're like, the picture appears again on the wall.
I'll leave it be. And he just steps out of the room.
No, like the picture's still in your hand, but another one's appeared on the wall.
Oh, he drops it. He immediately drops it and gets out of the room. He just, not like fast and skitters out. He just kind of drops it and slowly gets out of the room.
Well, Command makes a comment on this. It's just like, did the picture just reappear or did it duplicate?
I think it duplicated. Command. I'm pretty sure.
As you step out of the room, the picture you dropped on the floor disappears. You step into the hallway. It's half the size.
He shakes his head. Command, Claire, you seeing this? Shortened.
We are seeing this. We're believing it's having some dimensional instability.
You know, if I had to pick one part of this job that I absolutely fucking hate, it's things that can warp your mind, for number one. And he shudders, and he goes, and two, fucking perception of time and space and dimensions. They never make any goddamn sense. Make me think
As
I'm
you
going
say that,
insane.
the entire hallway is black now. As it like suddenly switches from light to dark, you step back a bit. You hear the crunching of glass underneath your feet.
Are my NVGs like just flicked on, by the way?
They're flipped up so you can flip them down if you
Yeah,
want.
I flick immediately as like everything goes black. Click. NVG's down.
You flip them down and every single light bulb is broken.
That's fantastic.
I called that out to the team, and I'm like, what the fuck did I say? I called it. Fucking called it. And his hands start to shake.
Matt and Panna, like, timing you, it's just like, are you guys getting these changes too? But like, it's very choppy.
Yeah, Panther. Matt. Having technical difficulties. If our radio cuts out, just beware.
You hear, and she's like, "Oh, I have been trying for an hour to get you guys. What happened?"
An hour, Hannah?
Yes,
It's been
we
like...
searched down your hallway and we haven't seen you.
Son of a bitch. His hand starts shaking even more at this point. He's like, I've been in here for like no more than 5 minutes, Panna. Probably the dimensional shifts currently. Fuck.
Everything goes back to normal.
And like as he says fuck and everything goes back to normal, he's like,
Mhm.
another,
That's my magic word.
and he looks up and he's like, fuck you too, magical palace of dimensional shifting. And
So, as you say that, you look down the hall and you see Matt and Panna just standing there staring at you. Kind of confused because you just barely appeared out of thin air.
he's like, no time to explain. It's fine.
As they walk towards you, they suddenly stop and you see a green, like, wisp go between one of the doors and another. Just through the hallway, from one door to the other.
I immediately aim and just kind
It's
of,
too fast. All you saw was a glimpse of green,
yeah.
a streak of green.
He just aims. He's not gonna shoot or anything because they're obviously down the hall. And he's gonna...
Panna puts her hands up.
Essentially he's gonna move up to the wall, like off to the right. He's gonna move up to the wall, get a shotgun, and essentially just aim towards where the wisp went. I'm guessing it wasn't in the peripheral vision. It was like right in front of me as like a wisp.
No, it was like right in front of you guys.
Okay, just making sure. Where is
Yeah.
Zoe? Is Zoe
So, are you-
with me, or is Zoe like with Panama? and-
Yeah, you two are standing next to each other,
Just making sure.
a couple rooms down from the entrance, and Panna and Matt are standing even farther down the hallway looking at you guys, and it went in between both groups.
Zoe, you seen that, right? And
Yeah?
okay,
Hmm?
he's asking Zoe. He's like, Zoe, you seen that, correct?
Yes.
Yes, I did see that.
Oh, wait, your character, Zoe. Your therapist is Claire.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking to your therapist for a second.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then he also asks Claire. He's like,
So his therapist is standing next to him as well?
No.
Totally.
Everyone has cameras on their helmets and stuff.
bing, bing.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how Command knows what's happening.
Yeah. Weird.
Shepard tells you to Graham go first because you're the one with the shotgun. And you're here. Let me sound professional.
Yeah. Do a shepherd voice.
27-6. 27-6. Check room. Clear.
Understood. Command moving to 27-6, and Graham moves forward.
No. Your
Oh,
character's
yeah,
number is
I forget.
group
I'm sorry.
27-6.
Understood, Command. I'll move forward, and Graham moves forward. God damn it. Sorry.
As you approach the room, you enter and it's a normal looking room. Like nothing special. Nothing. You check under the beds, behind the sink and everything. Just nothing. Completely void of any green things.
Graham just flicks his flashlight on and off, like on a shotgun. Just like strobes it for a second. I don't. Just random idea. And then if nothing happens, he's just gonna.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Okay, nothing happens. He's gonna wait for Zoe to exit the room, and him still kind of aiming into the room. He's gonna grab the door handle and close it.
Wow, it shuts. Nothing special.
Ha 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 ha. Yay! Woo! Fun. Damn.
So yeah, nothing special happens.
Yeah, Graham reports
Mhm.
back. He's like, all clear, command. Nothing there.
Roger that. Continue clearing.
Moving forward. And Graham meets back up with Panna and Matrix. Or Panther and Matrix.
And so you continue down the corridor and you're checking rooms. Nothing too special. You do see occasional drawings on the wall, but you kind of are hesitant towards them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep what I got.
Do you... Nothing?
What?
Nothing?
Oh, do I have...
Because remember you dropped,
Oh, was that the
you dropped
first
it,
one?
remember?
Was that the only one? Oh,
Yeah.
Fuck.
That was the first one you saw. You were only a few
Yeah,
doors in.
Graham likes the whole memento idea, so if command says otherwise and they're a bunch of snobby assholes, then he won't do it. But if he's allowed to, then he's gonna take. If he's allowed to, he's gonna take the drawings and pictures.
So as you go through, you find a few occasional pictures. Kind of like go up to the first one you see, like tap it.
Yeah, just like
Nothing happens, of course. And you take it off the wall, and it like nothing magical happens. So you're like, fine, continue down, and then you see a room with the exact SCP-999 drawing. The room looks exactly the same. There doesn't seem to be one thing off.
yeah, not fucking touching it, man. Nope.
Well, it might just be that he was in a different dorm in this dimension. You know, who knows?
All right, you know what? Fine. Graham takes a step forward and he taps it. He just boop. He boops it.
In your hurry, it doesn't tear off a corner, but it kind of like almost does it, but it's a bigger tear this time, farther into the picture. Just barely misses the picture though. Put it in your pocket.
We're ripping space-time dimensions right now with fucking doodles. That's what's happening. Oh, I fucked up my mic. Sorry, everybody. Okay. Alright. Hopefully no dimensional space rifts currently from taking that.
You hear a comment from Claire. She's just like, why were you tapping that wall?
After what happened last time, same picture. Not.
Same picture. There wasn't a picture.
Am I seeing these pictures, or is it just?
Just command isn't.
He's like, Claire, you're not seeing this adorable picture of SCP-999, and he's like holds it like right up to the camera.
No, not at all. Just holding air.
Yeah, Graham.
Hannah looks over your shoulder. She's like, "Oh, that's cute."
Right? You know what though? Probably not safe to keep. And he kind of looks at it. What?
What?
Huh?
He looks at it and he's like, you know what? It's probably not safe to keep, but fuck it.
Keep it.
And he folds it up and he puts it in his pocket.
So, guys, continue down the hall.
I hope you know
Nothing.
the GM is about to really fuck me over for keeping a fucking adorable picture. He's gonna screw me over because I like adorable mementos. Dead people.
Freaking, I actually came up with something for it,
Oh, cool. Fun.
which is like, I think you'll like it actually. So
Oh, cool.
don't be afraid.
All right, I won't. Grandma,
So
I
as you go down, what?
Graham will. I won't.
Oh, I thought you said timeout, and I'm like, wait, what? What
Oh,
am
yeah,
I
no,
doing
no, no,
wrong?
it's fine. Continue on.
As you go down the hallway, just room after room, nothing special. Graham grabs another 2 pictures. And nothing else. You come out the hallway. You go to the next hallway. The other 2 hallways are completely uneventful. No pictures, nothing. Get to the 4th hallway. And right as you turn the corner to go to the 4th hallway, you see the green streak again. But this time it comes from the door, goes up the wall into the ceiling panels.
Oh, fuck that. Fuck that so much. Graham, like, physically, like, recoils backwards and aims up as it, like, flashes up the wall, but he thinks it more as, like, something skittering up the wall and, like, into the ceiling, and he visibly, like, recoils and aims a shotgun at the ceiling when that happens.
You do shake, but you seem to be shaking a lot more and aggressively than normal. Claire
Yeah.
tries to calm you down, and she starts talking to you, like, start settling down, but it's kind of like messing with your vision now.
Oh, fuck. No!
Happens.
Right.
It happens for a few seconds, 10 or so, and
Did
then
I put...
disappears.
Does he have visual snow? I forgot. Did I put that down?
I don't think he does.
Okay. Never mind that.
Do you want to add that? Because I don't think you want to add that.
Yeah, no, that's gonna make things way worse. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, but it was basically visual snow, but a bit greener.
He kind of shakes his head and he's like, oh, what the fuck?
So yeah, that happens. Like, you get calmed down, but you're fine.
He's probably still
And-
shaking, but it's like he's
Yeah.
shaking quite a bit when he's in...
It's something that you can work through.
Yeah.
It's
Takes a
not
deep breath and just like...
ability.
Whew. No, I'm fine.
And so you start going through the halls. Nothing too eventful. You get another picture. But other than that, nothing really else. And as you're walking back down the hallway, from that ceiling panel, the exact same one, comes down, skitters across the ceiling towards you guys, jumps down, lands in front of you guys, and then bolts off to the door to your guys' left. But this is so fast that all you see is a green streak.
What the fuck? We haven't had any signs of those D-class, right? Like, we haven't heard anything. We haven't heard any doors
Nope.
or, like, anything? Okay. Command, do you want us to follow that or continue searching for the D-class?
Clear the room, and then continue.
Of course.
Proceed.
Graham boots the door, just fucking kicks it open. Unless it's open. If it's open, then I'm gonna feel really stupid.
It's like halfway open. It whaps against the wall and then kind of closes again. So it's basically the tiniest bit more open than it was before because it hit the wall and bounced
No.
back.
God damn it. Alright, no problem. Graham, as fast as possible, like, as he kicks open the door, enters the room, shotgun up, looking for anything.
It looks exactly as it did when you went through it the first time. Check beneath the beds. Same procedure as last time. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
All clear, command. All clear.
As you leave the hallway, nothing magical happens. But then once you leave the hallway, look to the right, and then you just like crud. Because that's where all the slime is.
Graham, kind of remembering the boot hitting the slime from the first room, he looks at it and he goes, "That's exactly what I saw in that room when the pictures all started appearing."
Command chimes in. This is the same slime reported from the last one. Seems to be harmless, but there seems to be snake or slug-like creatures that swim through it like water, and it lets them take control of the body.
He's like,
So
"Ugh,
beware.
disgusting." Do we have anything to like cover up our mouths with? Or like noses?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He'll put
Yeah.
some. He'll like
But
let
there
down
is
his
the
mouth.
basic rag, but then you also have the gas masks if you want.
Yeah, he's probably gonna put on. Yeah, gas mask. He puts on the. Hold on, let me show everybody. Webcam off. He essentially puts on that gas mask right there. Beautiful. There you go.
So, you guys head towards it. Do you want to head towards the no, there were three. The three double doors down below that are leaking slime. Go up to the catwalk where there's two double doors leaking slime. Or go right once you get through the catwalk and go down the doors up above the hallways where
Oh my
all the
gosh.
D-class housing is. Up above those where the catwalk is, there's 4 doors.
Yeah, I say we should go up the catwalk. That seems like it leads to the same place as the other doors, and that's gonna get us above those turbines and everything. What do you say, Zoe or Anthony?
It sounds interesting going towards the 3 sets of double doors. Leaking slime.
If you're feeling ballsy, then we can go that way. I'm fine with whatever, man. Graham is totally not afraid. Yeah, then let's go to the triple doors. That sounds good.
You have to step through slime to get to those ones, so
Ah.
start trudging through and click, click. Anthony, as you step in this, it makes you very, very uneasy. This just the slime is so just putrid to you. You don't think you can take another step.
Yeah, we'll push on.
As you try to continue your first step into it, you just feel very uneasy and lightheaded.
Is Zoe the only one feeling the effects of this, or is everybody else?
Angelo, you are 100% fine.
Okay.
And Hannah, she's quite squeamish about it. She's kind of like standing behind Zoe, just like she hasn't even stepped in it yet. She's just kind of like, everyone go first, and then I'll come behind.
Graham kind of grabs, goes over to Pan, and he like left hand on her shoulder. He's a pretty big dude compared to her, so like giant hand on like her right shoulder, and he's like, "You can do this, Pan. Come on, I believe in you." And like if he has to, he'll like take her hand and like lead her in.
As so like you see her toe move the tiniest bit, and then she just starts shaking. She just like can't handle this. Do you guys want to continue through the triple doors, or do you want to avoid the slime?
Is there any way to calm her down? Could I somehow try to calm her down?
Probably just take her foot out and take her over to a bench and like try.
Yeah. Then he's gonna step out just for a second. He's like, Zoe, Matt, if you guys could just like stay right there for a moment. I'm gonna get Pan. I'm gonna try to get Pan like down and like calm her down. So when he like leads her
As
over,
you take her over to the continue. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. He was just gonna lead her over to the bench, and he was gonna like, I was gonna explain how he like calms her down or whatever. So
Okay, well, as you take her over to the dining room bench, Matt, he's kind of like poking at the doors, like looking through all the windows and stuff, and being all curious and stuff. And Hannah, she comes over to be supportive, not because she's
oh wait,
afraid of the slime or
oh
anything.
I thought Pan. I thought I was talking to Pan, not Zoe. Sorry.
No, this is Zoe.
Oh, this is Zoe. Okay, yeah. Then
Mm-hmm.
Anthony, yeah, that's you.
Yeah, sorry, you are really sucky at rolling, or I'm really sucky at rolling for you.
Does Graham know like Zoe's like? What does Graham know about Zoe? Like what does he know about her, Anthony?
I don't know. Zoe, what does Graham know about you?
I don't know.
Has he talked to her before? Like, have they talked?
I don't know, have they?
I'm
assume he does.
asking. Say again, Anthony. Sorry.
Huh?
Say again.
So I'm gonna assume that you know the basic information.
Yeah, he'll just sit you down for a moment and just like crouch next to you, and he's like, "You okay? You gonna be all right? Do you need to set this one out?"
I don't know if I'm right.
So you're probably shaking all over the place. That's about from what I know.
Sounds about right to me.
Graham starts humming like a song. And he goes like this, and he starts like patting around. And when he finally gets to like one of the pockets, he pulls out like a penny, just an ordinary copper penny, and on one side it's just got like a little Sharpie 6 on it, and on the other side it's got the 27, the squad number, and he's like, "This right here."
Identification coins.
Yeah.
That's doperino.
And he looks at Zoe and he goes, "I want you to have this. This is a token of camaraderie. Just means that we've been through a few situations. I want you to know that I'll shed blood for you, and I have, and you are a comrade of mine. And that we've been through worse, and that we can get through this. So, keep it on you. I view it as a token of good luck. And he kind of like, if her hand's like out in the open, he takes it and he like curls it around her, like puts his hands around her like fist, and he's like, just know it's gonna be okay. We've been through worse. And he points like the oily scars on his forearms. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, so as you do that and you finish the curling her hand around the coin and you give it a tiny bit of a squish, you can see the shaking stop.
And Graham gets up and he marches on into the goo.
Do you go with them, Zoe?
Try to go again.
Oh, nice, you got a 20 this time.
Oh, so I walk through this part.
Inspiration!
You step into it like it's nothing. Flipping is just basically a muddy bog to you now. Just walk up with such confidence, like, I got this. And then you see Panna, she just stops in front of it and is just like, eh. And she tiptoes through it.
See, Graham's gonna be kind of a comedic asshole right now, but he does it out of good nature. And as he sees her take the first tiptoe in, he grabs her hand as she's kind of coming in, and he grabs her hand and he pulls her in. Not forcefully enough to fall. He just kind of tugs her in a little.
Well, with the force that you used to pull her in, she takes bigger steps than normal, just kind of is at a faster pace than normal. So she's and slows down, continues walking to the door.
See,
and you're being so inspirational to the dice roller.
he looks at Panther and he's like, Toad, you're gonna be fine, just like I told Zoe. Don't worry about it, okay? And he takes the penny and he's like, just as I told Zoe. Matt, Pan, I want you to have these. I know it's not much, but token of goodwill.
I was gonna have Matt chime and be like, what about me?
Yeah, and he flicks one off to Matt and he hands one to Panna, sorry.
Matt grabs it, reaches in his pocket, you hear a tiny bit of clinking, and he pulls out 3, and he has one in between each knuckle, as if he's practiced this or something. he starts rolling them up his fingers and flicking them towards everyone.
Graham immediately catches it and he looks at
Ooh, I'm gonna have someone drop it that I rolled the dice and everyone caught it. I tried.
Yeah. He takes the coin and he actually, I'm trying to think of a good place for the coin. Probably on his helmet. I'm just gonna turn off my webcam real quick. On his helmet where his flashlight is, there's a little slot that has multiple it doesn't have any coins in it yet, but it's where his marked coin is, and then he takes it and he slots it next to the flashlight.
Okay, here I'm gonna be a little helpful.
Yeah, go for it.
So on your helmet, you're gonna have a brown it's an oval, but I guess it's more like a rectangle with rounded corners.
Yeah.
And it has an identification tag in it, so you can know which helmet's yours, yada yada.
Oh, okay.
And So you slide in the coins in between the paper and the glass that
Yeah.
covers it, or plastic. And so now part of your identification is covered by his coin.
Nice. Cool. He looks over and he's
And-
like, "Oh, go ahead. Sorry."
So Hannah, she like kind of like head down, just kind of like taps your shoulder, like look over, and she like holds out her clenched hand. Put out your hand, and she drops a coin in there too, and just kind of like scurries off to give one to Zoe.
What a nice bunch of prisoners we are. And he
I'm just gonna assume that I have these coins too.
Yeah, everyone has identification coins and stuff.
I'll hand out some to people because why not?
Feeling excluded much?
Maybe. Don't worry about it.
So as you do this, Claire kind of chimes in like, better hurry up. Shepard's kind of getting annoyed.
And he says it only to Claire. I need to clarify this because I don't need my head getting chopped off when I get back to base. But he smirks and laughs a bit, and he's like, "Oh fuck, I don't want to say it, but I do want to say it." Oh, he doesn't want to see him come across as an asshole. He's like, "You know, Claire, I don't want to be rude to our good old commander, but fairly right now I'm trying to inspire the troops." And he puts up a hand, and he's like, "Right now, Shepard can suck on my entire ass until he goes brain dead, because fairly, I'm trying to be a good leader right now." And he just kind of smirks. And as he realized what he said, he's like, "Sorry, that was a little bit unprofessional of me."
Shepard chimes in. It's just like,
Fuck.
I'd say so. Get to work.
Yes, sir. Fuck.
You're not working for free, you're working for freedom.
You're not wrong, sir. My apologies. And he just starts walking forward. He goes, like, everybody can immediately see him just like stiffen up and then move onward. So yeah. Well, what can you do?
So,
Probably not the best thing to do.
so as you open up the first door, and from from top to bottom, there's slime. It starts like oozing out. It's like quite slow at it. So Matthew just shuts the door.
Okay.
And the next door, so you started on the right side, you're moving left. The next door, it's like halfway up. It would be a pain in the butt to go through that. And the last door, it's just right. You know, like ankle high.
Yeah.
Actually, just right would be none at all, but you know, whatever.
Mhm.
So I'm guessing you march onward.
I do indeed.
Okay. As you kind of like shove the door open, because there's a whole bunch of sludge in the way. As you're kind of like working it open, Matt comes behind you and helps you shove it open. So now the right door is open. You look out, clear on the left. You peek around the door, it's clear on the right. You walk in, and it's like on one wall, there's like shelving units full of tools and like parts and things for the turbines. On the other one, there's occasional computers and more tools. These turbines are huge.
Oof.
Good 15 feet tall. They're like kind of pointing at the top, and then they get bigger at the bottom. If you know what a reverse sphere is, I don't know the exact name of it, but it's basically like the end of a trumpet. That's kind of like what it looks
Oh,
like.
gotcha. Yeah.
So it kind of looks like that. Yeah, it kind of looks like that. There's like, there's 4 main support things that hold up the very top, and then the rest is just kind of like a graded material, and these things are just like filled to the brim with sludge. You had till 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Get us to a good ending point.
Okay.
So, yeah, sludge through. Nothing too important. You check the computers, basic intel about each turbine. Tools, nothing special, basic wrenches and hammers. Parts are just replacement. And as you go through, there is like this room. Just imagine like Utah, but slimmer.
Okay. Gotcha.
And so on the lower part, there's one door, and on the very end part, there's another door. So there's basically just a hallway in the left corner.
All right.
What do you want to do?
So go for it. You've been directioning. You haven't gotten us killed yet.
Well, do you want to go right or left?
Left is always right. I say left.
Here, I'll give you information. So when you did the D-class mission,
Okay.
you went in the left one, and that led to the incinerator, and then you went to a door
Yeah,
on the right wall that went into the computer control room.
Okay.
So the incinerator's a locked door.
Is it okay? Graham's gonna look over to Zoe and he's like, "Hey, can you check the right door real quick? I'm gonna check this left one."
You check the left. Oh, yeah. So are you just you two? What are you gonna do with Matt and Panna?
I'm gonna ask Matt to follow me. Be like, "Hey, Matt,
Okay.
be on my back, please."
You go in, and it's kind of similar to the catwalk that was up above, where it's like a big thing, but this is like a closed off catwalk because this is kind of where the fire is. You see some glass panels, some ash on them and stuff because of fires and things, and you hear a lot of slurping and like not good names. You just hear a whole bunch of like smacking and like smacking of what things kind of. It's just a nasty sound.
Yeah.
Shepard, he's like, you're hearing this noise, correct?
Yep. Come in. Yes, I am.
Please vacate premises immediately.
Backpedals towards the door. Does Graham see the bloody remains of Dom? Just curious.
Oh no, that's the next floor up. You guys were on the bottom floor.
Gotcha,
You didn't take the
gotcha.
catwalk.
Gotcha. Never mind that. Yeah, then he backpedals and closes the door immediately.
Do you close it hard or soft?
Soft, probably.
As you're closing it as soft as you can, you see something like slither towards you, and then you just close a tiny bit faster
Yeah.
and like leave it alone.
Yeah, as he's like closing it slow, he sees something rushing. He's like, click.
Yeah, so go off to where Zoe and Panna are. As you guys are doing that, they open up the door, and it is a long rectangular room, one clear path down the center, desks on each side of it. You know, just like kind of standard office building stuff.
Mhm.
But one thing is way off. In like 3/4 down the little pathway, there's a hole in the center. Just all you can see is blackness from where you're at the door, and you see some sort of like weird thing floating.
Floating?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
This is what Zoe sees, by the way. You guys are still kind of like making your way over.
Okay.
What do you do, Zoe? Or Anthony?
What is floating?
I would describe it as a like humanoid shape covered in torn cloth, but it's transparent.
Is the humanoid shape recognizable?
What?
Do we recognize it?
No, it doesn't have any legs, number one. Just mentioning that. So it's kind of like from torso up, but like you can't really see it. It's more like you see the torn rags around it, and those are transparent. It's basically invisible.
Weird.
And it's not facing towards you guys at all. I love all these faces Steve is
No.
making.
Yeah.
What you gonna do, Zoe?
You need to get closer.
As you get like halfway towards it, Graham and Matt come in the door behind you. They both just stop in their steps, just like as if they were like awestruck. Just, what the flip is this? What's happening? They're completely stunned.
Why is Graham stunned? Just curious. Just awestruck by like the
Because you
body?
rolled a 1.
Oh, because I freaking.
You rolled a 1.
Okay. I'm guessing Claire would probably see this. I'm just using my every advantage I got.
Yes, Command does see this. They tell Zoe to approach more because it has not moved at all.
So I guess I'm gonna approach closer.
As you get closer, the entire room starts to shake. As it gets more and more aggressive, you guys try to brace yourself on the desk. And Steve, you're trying to like brace yourself in the doorway, but then you look behind you and everything's just like falling into a black void. So probably to survive, you have to go towards the creature.
Shit. Yep. Graham closes the door behind him and he starts going like at a fast pace, as fast as he has to go towards it.
As fast as you go, the falling ground starts to catch up to you.
Fuck.
Matt starts going as fast as he can, but he's kind of stumbling with the ground being so shaky. He runs past the shadow-like creature. Just completely runs past it, does nothing.
Alright, Graham speeds up then, and he starts running as fast as he can.
As you go, Panas passes it as well. And as she passes it, it starts to turn towards you and Zoe.
Fucking. Alright. I'm curious. On our NVG goggles, do we have like reflectors like on the front that like mitigate the flashbangs? So like if I were to throw a flashbang, if everybody had their NVGs down, would it like negate the flash? Just
Well, yeah, but like Matt, he's almost at the other doorway, and like he's like at the doorway turning around, and Hannah's like running towards it, halfway in between the creature and the doorway.
Shoot strobe or throw a flash. Damn. Let me look at my character sheet.
So what do you want to do?
Yeah, you know
Gonna
what?
run past her?
Yeah, you're first.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Yeah.
Then I'd like to shoot it.
Okay. As you lift up your gun, you just unload on it. Every bullet just goes through. It speeds up, like it's still slowly turning towards you guys. Snap, instant directly towards both of you. Starts to raise up its arm and releases out the most ear-piercing shriek. And then everything goes silent. Because you guys have earmuffs, and so they kicked in. Because this is a sound that if you hear it, you will die. So yeah. Good thing you have protective gear.
Fucking MTF forces, man. So much better than D class. Like so much better. I thought that's where you were gonna leave it off. I was gonna be really, really mad if that's where you left it. Okay.
Not quite. We'll go a couple more minutes. Sorry, I have to go past your time. But...
No, it's all good. It's all good.
But Graham, your ears, your right ear does start to bleed a tiny bit.
Okay. Just curious. Does it seem like it's gonna start moving? Like, does it start to move towards us at all?
Yes, it is moving towards you too. It was behind the hole, but now it's about over the hole.
Okay.
And Graham, you're right where Zoe is.
Does it seem to have eyes? Just random question.
No, you can't see anything except for basically floating cloth in the shape of a human upper half.
Over the radio, I think people can still hear over like everything else is silent, but they can still hear me, right?
Yes, it's basically just canceling out every outside noise.
He immediately, like, as soon as it screams and everything goes silent, he goes, "Everybody, NVG's on now. Reflective covers now, immediately." And he.
Well, it's coming at you pretty fast. I'm not sure if you'll be able to throw a flash.
If anything, he's gonna go like this. Like hug it. He's not gonna like go for a full throw. He'll like throw it out more in front of him than anything, and then he's gonna just, as he's still running forward, he's just gonna start unloading shotgun shells as he's running.
Everything just phases to it. You're like running past it. It isn't even phased by the flash bang. It hits the floor. It goes over the hole, almost falls in it, and then flashes. So as you're running past the hole, it basically charges at you, but then it has to like stop and turn around. So it like missed you. It went in between you two. But like,
see,
it still got really close. But as you pass, you look down the hole, and you can see what seems to be hundreds of floors, just a whole bunch of floors. And then what seems to be like lava at the bottom of the hole.
Oh, that's nice.
As you run towards the door, Matt is waving you in, trying to get you going. Graham, you like get a little bit of slip because it's shaking so bad. Like the tables are starting to like bounce because it's so bad. you slip a tiny bit and you like get through the door. And as Matt's waving you in, Zoe, you slip and totally just belly flop on the ground. You start squirming towards the door.
Zoe!
Tattered creature round charges towards you. Matt grabs your hand, pulls you in, shuts the door. Everything stops. Shaking, everything. Done.
Wait, so what happened? He closed the door, and I'm guessing we can't see Zoe anymore?
He grabbed Zoe's hand, pulled her in,
Oh, okay. I was like,
closed the door. Everything stopped.
Graham fucking sits up against the wall, and he starts, like, the shaking from before is, like, 10 times worse violent, just absolutely shaking and clutching a shotgun. Fuck.
Hannah comes over to you and tries to be like supportive like you were, but she isn't doing much better.
He looks at Pan and he just goes, I'm gonna be fine, Pan. Just give me a moment. And he's like clutching on his helmet. Fuck my life.
As you say that, you see Matt look at you and like put his finger to his lips.
And he just
And
shakes his head.
Then you just hear, you see him like tap his headset, and he like flips a little switch on it. He's like, gives you the thumbs up.
That just like saying you're good to talk now, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Panna also flips the switch, so they're talking to each other now.
Yep. He flicks it on as well. Does Claire say anything? Just curious on that whole affair. Does Command say anything either?
She you can like hear her humming, but that's it from her. And Command is like silent.
Would Graham know the song she's humming?
Possible.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, what would it be? I'm just curious.
Am I allowed to like say song names on here
you're
without
fine.
getting like?
You're fine. Like, if you
Yeah.
can sing on and
You just
you
keep
can
singing it.
that's
Okay.
fine. Dude, I've heard people play music. I'm really okay with it. It's fine. It's YouTube that I'm more worried about, and like YouTube's gonna check for a 4-hour video. Fuck it. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. So she is humming "Talk to Me" by Cave Town.
Aww. Aww.
Yeah. Oof! I got you.
Fuck you.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
So
Grim. So if you guys don't know that song, go listen to it. It's fucking amazing. Seriously, like now. Just go listen. Anyways,
Oof.
Graham like turns the thing on and he just starts humming with her, and like a singular tear just kind of like drops from his face, and he goes like wipes it away and takes a deep breath. Probably stops shaking. Like he's probably still shaking a lot, but he like the shaking kind of like lowers a little bit, and he just hums with her. Kind of sweet.
As you do that, Liam like taps his lips with his finger a bit more.
Whoa. Hold on. Who?
Matt.
Oh, I thought you said Liam. I was like,
Oh, oops.
I was like, oh, wait.
Yes.
Huh?
So he taps his lips a few more times, and then
you guys are cutting out for me. I can't understand
And
what's
then-
going on.
Sorry, man.
well, just a bit longer. So you hear a bit of like static from the radio on his shoulder. Then you just hear like very super choppy. Hello. There. Explosions.
Fuck, dude. That scared the shit out of me. Oh my god. I think
Sorry.
there was lightning off to my left, or like a car
Oh.
like fucking parked or something, and you're like explosions, and I heard the like off to my left, and I'm like, ah! Scared the shit out of me. I wonder if you guys heard that like on the mic. Weird.
So then you hear it again. Here. And again. Anyone there? I hear explosions. You piece it together through all the choppiness you get. They repeated it about 5 times. And then you hear it about 5 times or whatever. It sounds like Liam and Braulio and a couple other people.
A couple other people. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Sounds like you're...
I think that is thunder. It keeps catching me off guard. Anyways, I gotta leave here in just a second. But Graham does go, yes, we copy, over. Or as quietly as possible, a lot more quiet, I guess. He'd be like, yes, we copy, over. Ah! Oh my god. Dude, I'm so hanging. I need those now. I have to hang them up. Sorry, everybody. The GM sent me the legitimate doodles that I have collected. I'm collecting achievements! I have collectibles! Hello? Hello? Connor?
Hello?
Hello? Connor? I think Connor just, like, died for a moment there. Our GM has fallen.
The GM's not supposed to fall in battle.
Yeah,
That's not how it works.
the god is not supposed to fall from his throne, but, he tripped.
Trip.
Yeah, tripped off his throne. It's fine. Fucking lightning, man. God. I think that is thunder. I had a... Okay. That's weird. Because I had a horrific dream. And I remember, like, lightning striking next to me in the dream. I'm not going to describe the whole dream because I'm waiting for the GM to get back into his thing so we can finish this up. But, yeah. Man, that's kind of freaky. I love how our body has, like, a legitimate, like, barometer in it. So it's, a friend told me this one time, and I'm like, oh, I told him, I was like, yeah, man, I had this, like, full dream, and it was, like, the exact same storm and everything. And he's like, yeah, your body has, like, an inside barometer, so it, like, it can feel what's coming. So when you dream, it can detect that storm, and you might dream about that storm. So weird inside knowledge. I was wondering when it was gonna happen, because I'm like, I wonder if there's gonna be lightning in the next few days, and lightning and thunder, and really loud. I want to go out and see it. If the GM would get back, he might. You know what? I think his internet turned off. It's 10. I'm gonna write him real quick. Hey.
Might be possible.
Good. We could just leave it at the staticky call back of hello, hello. I think we might have to. It's his series, but I gotta end this. Well, everybody, I'm sorry for that whole shenanigan spiel. We are probably gonna have to end it here because of what happened to the GM and everything. My apologies, but we'll leave it off at the over the radio. We hear Liam's voice and Brolio and a few others, and they're saying, hello, hello, do you copy? And as Graham goes, yes, we copy, and we're gonna leave it there. as he starts humming Cave Town. I want to play Cave Town now, just like to I wonder something. I'm gonna see something. I might get copyright strike for this, but we will leave it off. Hold on. We'll go with that. Yeah. Let's see how this sounds.
35 million.
Sorry, ad. Oops. I promise we're gonna end it here in a second. And I might get copyright strike, but I guess thank you to we'll leave off with Cave Town's piano cover from somebody. So thank you very much for leaving us with that. Everybody, thank you for joining on in. It's been super awesome, and I love SCP. So thank you all very much. We had a lot of viewers this time, and I'm very, very glad we could do this. This was very, very fun. I like Graham. I like playing Graham. Graham is probably one of the most fun characters I've ever played. Hope you had fun, Anthony.
I had. Sure.
Alright, everybody. Thank you to Shimada. You are such a fantastic viewer, and you're always a joy to be around. I hope watching the show was as entertaining as it could be. And thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.